Hey Aquarius, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for June 28th through July 4th. We're going to check out the cards here. We're going to see what's coming up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you happen to stumble upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned, don't you worry. You found it whenever you were meant to find it, whenever you were meant to hear the messages in it, okay? Keep in mind this is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate with you, but take the ones that do and leave the ones that don't. Let's get right on into it here. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. What is going on for Aquarius friends? The first card coming up here is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords comes up when we're at some kind of an impasse. Okay? Impasse is a fancy word to describe a situation where two people don't agree, but neither one wants to like give up or change the course, or I guess like a deadlock is the best way for me to describe it. Like, it's not fighting, it's not arguing, it's just like, what now? Oh, like what do we do now? So some of you might be in this position or situation where you're not happy about it, but you're not wanting to walk away from it. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people watch tarot readings because they're focusing on love and romance. I just want to give a quick little disclaimer here if you're new here. In the weekly readings, I focus on you and your energy, less on other people. I do love and romance separately on my channel. So the love readings are linked in the description, but we're going to be looking at the cards in this reading outside of love and romance. Sometimes love comes up, and if it does, I honor that. But I just want to let you guys know that. So some of you might be in a situation where it's not giving you what you want, but you don't feel quite ready to step away from it, right? So maybe there's disagreements with housemates, or disagreements with family, or disagreements in a work situation, and because it might not be volatile, because you guys might not be arguing or fighting, and it's not necessarily a toxic situation, you may just kind of stay there because you're saying, okay, well, maybe it'll change, maybe it'll get better, because there's this fear of moving forward, right? Maybe it's better just stay here and deal with this because I'm scared to make the change, or I'm scared to go out there. Well, if you've been watching my readings for a while, you've heard me talk about the Two of Swords. And for me, in my readings, like if I'm pulling cards for myself and I see Two of Swords, I take it as like a warning that you're being shown the truth of the situation. You're being shown the writing on the wall, so to speak, and Spirit is guiding you to begin moving along in this new direction. If you don't do it, there's gonna be a Tower moment. That's what the Two of Swords tells me. Like if I'm pulling cards for myself, or pulling cards for a lot of my longtime clients over the years that I've been reading for them for a while, and I know their life, and I know their story, and I know their situation, and I'm like, whoa, okay, like I've seen it time and time again. I know some people get very angry when I say this, and I see people come at me in the comments with a lot of rage and a lot of anger, and how they're just so sick of the universe, and they're angry at the angels, and they can't take another Tower moment. The whole purpose of this card is to tell you, hey, look, it's time to get moving so that you don't have the Tower moment. And even then, when the Tower moment does happen, it's never about punishing us. It's actually an act of love, right? The Tower card follows the Devil. If you're following the major arcana journey and each of the cards, the Tower comes after the Devil. Because the Devil is when we're stuck. We're stuck, we're trapped, we're afraid. Spirit can't stand to see us in a situation that's doing nothing for us, or where we're suffering. And so Spirit comes in and rescues us from the Tower. Tears the whole dang Tower down, right? To get us out of the Tower. And what's the card that follows the Tower? The Star. right? So it's for good things. It's not as a punishment. It's to keep you on the right path and to keep you aligned with timing, right? So that we're on time, so to speak. The next card coming in here for you guys, Aquarius, is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is about action. How clear this is. It's time to take action. You're afraid to take action, but it's time to take action. Ace of Wands makes me feel here, the fact that it's following the Two of Swords, it's making me feel like Spirit is opening a door for you this week. But you're like, yeah, it's too small of a door, or I don't know if this is quite, like big enough, or I don't know if this is worth my time, or, but Ace of Wands tends to come up to tell us that some situation is gonna grow and it's gonna expand. Like if we give it some love, if we put some work and time and energy into it, it's gonna grow for us. It's gonna start to blossom for us, and it'll lead to bigger things. So be cautious this week, Aquarius, that you don't turn your nose up at stuff. That you're not like, no, that's not enough, or I don't know if that's worth my time, because it's leading you to something bigger or better, or it's expanding and becoming something more. So don't be quick to turn your nose up at it. Some of you are like, oh, great, thanks a lot. That already happened last week. I wish I knew that then. Don't worry. There's something else is going to come, right? Something else is going to come, and the message still applies. So don't think that, oh, well, I lost my chance and now it's ruined forever. No, something else is coming, because that's the way Spirit works. Spirit is very loving. Spirit is very patient, right? It sends us a lifeboat, and we might not realize it's a lifeboat when we let it pass by, and Spirit's like, okay, I'll send another one, but if we don't get on that lifeboat, eventually the tower moment comes in, right? Where it's like, I'm going to blast you out of the water now, so it doesn't have to come to that. So if you're kind of like, oh, that resonates, but I feel like it already happened, don't be discouraged. Okay, something else is coming. But I feel like something that's seeming to you to be like not that big of a deal, or really small or insignificant, is actually going to end up growing into a really big opportunity. Okay, so don't judge it immediately. Give it a chance. The next card that's coming up here for Aquarius is the Four of Wands. Now, traditionally, as I said, many people are accustomed to watching tarot readings because they're looking around love and romance. And so Four of Wands is one of those typecast cards. It gets typecast as like the marriage and wedding card, right? Oh, I'm going to get married, or I'm going to meet someone at a wedding. And that could definitely be happening for some of you. I'm not going to say that there might not be that application for some of you. However, as I said, we're going to look at this outside of that. One quick thing though, for me in my readings, Four of Wands sometimes comes up when somebody is asking me about love. Four of Wands comes up to kind of give the person reassurance that yes, there's not only a committed relationship coming in for you, but actual marriage, actually like making a home, making a life with a person, having a sense of family with that person, even if the family is a family of friends and not like little kids running around, right? So sometimes it comes in as a confirmation, so I just want to put that out there as well. And so maybe some of you are afraid to take this decision or take a change in this path because you're thinking, well, what if I take the wrong path and then I don't meet my soulmate? Spirit is saying you don't have to worry about that. That's already settled. Because sometimes people will do that. They'll choose their profession, or they'll choose where they're going to live because they think that that's where the soulmate is going to be. And Spirit is saying, look, that's already taken care of. Don't worry about that. Take the steps you're being guided to take. Listen to your intuition right now. Take action. Accept the opportunities that are opening up, because these are the little breadcrumbs on the trail that are guiding you. Okay, accept the guidance. Now, on a deeper level here, the Four of Wands is going to be long-term stability and abundance, right? There's four wands. It's sturdy. It's like a foundation, right? There's these four wands: security, abundance. A lot of the times the Four of Wands also comes in to indicate a sense of home. a sense of home, being at home. Okay? So these kinds of energies as well. Now, your next card that's coming up for Aquarius is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, I feel like it's coming up because of the fact that you're having to walk away from a situation where you've been holding out because you've been hoping that it might get better, or it might turn around, or it might change. And Spirit is telling me that some of you are not wanting to walk away from the situation, and you're waiting for the change because it's like you're tying in your value with it. So what I mean by that, like for example, if it's like a work situation, well, they gotta give me the raise, or they gotta let me go to that that different department, or they gotta give me the promotion because, like, they need to appreciate me. Like if they don't do this, then they don't appreciate me, and I need to be validated that I'm a good worker. I need to be validated that I'm important to them, or I need to be validated that I'm good at what I do, right? And so it's like holding out for that validation. Or if it's a personal situation with a personal relationship, well, if this person really cares about me, if I'm important to them, then they're gonna make the change, then they're gonna work with me, and they're gonna give me what I want. And we want that validation because we want proof that, you know, they care about us or we're important to them, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be appreciated, but Spirit with the Three of Swords is like a truth is being revealed to you to let you know who and what is not for you. Okay? A truth is being revealed to you so that you can let go and you can move on. Okay? And I know that the Three of Swords is kind of like a card that scares people because it indicates like a sadness or a disappointment happening, or we're crying or grieving over something. In my experience, even though the Three of Swords energy, when it happens, can be really intense, it doesn't last very long. And I've given this example before in my videos. It always makes me think of when I used to teach preschool, and my little kids would be running around the playground, and one of them would fall and get hurt, and they'd be screaming and crying like it was the end of the world. It was genuine emotion. It was real, right? It scared them. It startled them to fall. It hurt when they fell. They're not trying to be dramatic. Like it's a real, in their life, it's like a real crisis at the moment. And they're screaming and they're crying. But you give them an ice pack or a Band-Aid. You give them a little hug. And like less than a minute later, they don't even remember it happened. They're running around again pretending they're a T-Rex or they're a superhero or whatever, right? They're back on their feet, and they're just going. They're going full throttle again. And that's how I've seen Three of Swords come up. It might be a very intense release, but it's not like a cycle of depression, or it's not something that's gonna like haunt you for like a really long time, or take weeks and weeks and months to pass. Okay, so there could be a significant clearing here. Okay, but typically for me, Three of Swords comes up when Spirit is trying to say, look. And some of you are like, look, universe, don't give me any more tower moments. I don't want them. I can't deal with them. And Spirit right now with the Three of Swords is saying, work with me here. Work with me here. Because we've been in Two of Swords for a while, Aquarius. I keep showing you the writing on the wall. I understand you're scared to move forward, but I keep trying to tell you it's time to move on. Because if you move on, you're going to get what you want. But this person or situation is not qualified to give you what you want, and is not qualified to give you what you deserve. So I keep telling you it's time to take action. And I'm sending you those little lifeboats. I'm opening those doors, right? And you're telling me you don't want a tower moment. So the next thing that I can do without bringing in a tower moment, because we're running out of time here, we got to keep you on schedule. The next thing that I can do to keep you on, on track without giving you a tower moment is to have the truth revealed to you, to show you plain as day in a way where it can't be doubted, it can't be explained away. I have to show you the true colors of the people involved. I have to show you the truth of the situation so that you stop making sacrifices for people and situations that don't deserve it. And so you may need time to process that, to cry about it. You might feel hurt, you might be disappointed. Go ahead and give yourself that time to have that release, right? But some of you are like, look, universe, please, God, angels, spirit, guides, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more towers. And right now, the message here is, I'm trying so hard not to give you a tower right now, Aquarius. Work with me. Work with me. When you are shown the truth of a situation, believe it. Don't be quick to dismiss it. Don't be quick to give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay? Now, Aquarius, it might be helpful for some of you to check out your moon sign or rising sign to get a little more extra information around the situation. Sometimes watching our moon sign or rising sign can add extra information. Sometimes watching the moon sign or rising sign, your moon or rising sign might resonate for you more than your sun sign. If you would like a private reading with me, I'm more than happy to give you a private reading. You can schedule with me by going to calendly.com/amethystangeli. Again, my dears, if you're wanting to watch the love and romance readings, the love and romance readings are linked in the description. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you a wonderful week. Take care, my dears. Bye-bye.